What happens now? Well, the parliament is expected to meet Tuesday. Lawmakers will read and discuss the withdrawal agreement soon after. Parliament will likely debate amendments to the withdrawal agreement, and European Union officials must sign off on the withdrawal agreement. Got to keep that in mind. Well, the UK elections go beyond Brexit, however, and I spoke with Luke Coffey from the Heritage Foundation. He's been following the political events in the UK, and we started our discussion about the people's message to UK lawmakers in this election.
Well, they're sending the message that they really want to get Brexit done, which was the three-word slogan that Boris Johnson campaigned on throughout this whole 5-week period leading up to this election. I think there were a lot of people who voted for Remain in the 2016 referendum who at this point just want to get on with it, get on dealing with the other big issues facing the UK, whether it's education, healthcare, the environment. People want to just get on with their lives. So I think this election result was a manifestation of that very belief that it's time to get Brexit done.
Obviously, it was a disastrous result for the Labour Party. Jeremy Corbyn says he's going to step down. But if you don't mind refreshing the audience, what went wrong for the Labour Party, specifically Jeremy Corbyn?
Basically, it was the position of the Labour Party on Brexit that was a big problem. They were unclear on what their policy was. At one point, it was to renegotiate a new deal with the EU and then have another referendum with the choice being the Labour Party's new deal or remaining in the EU. And then the Labour Party said they would actually campaign to remain, so they would campaign against their own deal. And this sounds confusing because it is confusing, and this did not set well with the British voters. The second issue the Labour Party had that contributed to their defeat was the extreme left-wing Marxist agenda of Jeremy Corbyn. This idea that rail lines should be nationalized, the electricity should be nationalized, the water should be nationalized, the internet should be nationalized. People feel very uncomfortable with this, and they rejected this outright.
How come, for those 16 million people that wanted to remain in the EU, none of those two major parties, the Conservative Party and the Labour Party, how come they didn't capitalize on the people that wanted that particular decision to be made?
Well, because the idea of get Brexit done was very appealing. People are tired of this ongoing political saga, this drama that's unfolding from day to day, while other big issues are largely being ignored. So I think that even those who voted for Remain thought, now it's time to get it done. We need to move on as a country. We need to move on as a people. And also, a lot of the dire economic predictions that were made about the UK just voting to leave. Remember, the British government at the time, in April of 2016, before the vote, they published this report saying that a vote to leave, so not leaving, but a vote, would result in a recession by the end of 2016 and 500,000 lost jobs. Well, they ended 2016, the fastest growing economy in the G7, and they right now have record levels of unemployment, of employment, record levels of low unemployment. So people are seeing that perhaps these dire doomsday economic predictions didn't pan out, so maybe it's not going to be so bad after all. So I think that probably convinced people to decide to get Brexit done as well.